Hey, and welcome back to my channel. It's Ashley here, and if you are new, hey girl, hey. So this video today is sponsored by Cricut, and I'm going to be sharing how to add designs to Apple Watches and also phone cases. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first project I'm going to share is adding designs to an Apple Watch strap. So the first thing I'm going to do is come into Design Space, and I am going to go to Projects, and I decided to do a cheetah print design. So I just typed in cheetah, and I love the look of this cheetah print, so I just pressed Customize so that I can customize it to the Apple Watch. So the first thing I did was got rid of the name because I didn't want to use that, and then I'm going to come in and upload this image of the watch for like a template, and I am just going to place the cheetah print design on top of that and start to slice it. So I changed orientation to vertical, and then I'm going to add that inside of the template. So you can make these cheetah prints as large or as small as you want them to. Honestly, I could have blew this whole thing up and just sliced it like that, but I decided to make them a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to duplicate this, and I added it to the longer strap and then the shorter strap, and then I'm going to add some extra down here at the bottom. So the first thing I did was I made sure I grabbed both of my images and I'm slicing it. So basically when you're slicing it, it's just going to take on the shape that you want to slice. So I'm going to move that out, and then I'm going to come in and just take a basic shape, which I'm going to use the square, and I'm going to take away the excess over here, and I'm going to do that same thing, and I'm going to slice it and then remove the excess. So where these little blank spaces are up here that need to be filled in, I'm just going to come down here and pick just one little cheetah print. I'm going to slice it, and then I'm going to take that print and I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm going to add it into those areas, just sizing it, making it smaller, and fitting it into those empty spaces. And then after that, I'm just going to continue the slicing method. So I'm just going to take the square and slice out everything that I do not need. You can also use the same like shape over and over again until you have sliced all of the pieces out. So you don't have to continue to make different shapes to slice things out. So after I've sliced everything out, I just remove that image, the template, excuse me, because I don't need it anymore. And then now I'm just going to size my straps to the size that they should be. So all you have to do is just measure out your straps that you have and then size it accordingly. After I got everything sized, the next thing, of course, to do is click the Make It button and start working with my iron-on, because I am going to be using an iron-on to iron this onto the leather straps that I got. And then I'm going to make sure this is within the red lines, and then I'm going to take my iron-on and I'm going to add that to my mat, and I'm going to use my brayer to roll that smooth. So as I said, I'm going to be using an iron-on, so I'm just going to make sure that my image is mirrored, and then I'm going to let my machine cut this out. So I'm using the Explorer 3, so this thing cut out very fast, and literally I was actually shocked because it was just so many little intricate details that it had to cut out, and it cut it out in a decent time. So after my machine was finished cutting that out, I am just going to cut this out using my scissors, and I'm going to weed off the excess that I do not need. And I love doing iron-ons because when you're weeding it, it's so easy to just peel it off, and it's actually pretty satisfying to watch. Next, I added my design on top, and then I added my easy press on top of that for the 30 seconds. Then I peeled it off after I let it cool down a little bit, of course. And then I did that same thing with the short strap. And voila, that is it. That is all you have to do. So super simple to find a quick design, put it in Design Space, and iron it on to this leather, which surprisingly it attached very well to the leather. And I will have these that I used linked down below, and also I will have the template, if you want to use the same one, linked down below as well. So I attached my straps back to my base, and that was it. And I love how this watch turned out. So cute, and it looks so good paired with bracelets. So moving along to the next project, I'm going to be adding a design onto this cell phone case that I got from Amazon. Super cute. And I'm going to use the same cheetah print, but I'm going to use a different template this time. So I found this image online, and then I just brought it into Design Space, and I'm going to add the cheetah print on top. So again, you can put the cheetah print on top of the full thing, or you can do two separate ones if you want to make them small, which is what I did. But for this, I'm just going to show you with the cheetah prints being larger. So all you have to do, just like I did with the watch, you add it on top of your image and then you slice it. And when you slice it, again, it takes the shape of the image that you're slicing, and then I'm going to come in, take a shape using my square, and I am going to get rid of the area where the camera would be. So I'm just going to add that on top, and then I'm going to slice it and remove that. And then I also remove the image that I had, and bam, I have my cell phone case. So after that, again, I'm going to size this to the size it needs to be. So I just took my cell phone case that I'm going to be using and I measured it, and then I put those measurements into Design Space and then click Make It. For this, I'm going to be using the Smart Permanent Vinyl, and I'm going to be using the Rose Gold foil, and I'm just going to add that onto my mat, and then I am going to let my Explorer cut this out. So after everything was nicely cut out, I'm just going to peel that vinyl up, and then I'm going to cut off my excess. Then I placed this back onto my mat and I started to weed this out. So when removing the vinyl for this one, it was a little bit difficult because some of the pieces were not wanting to stick. So I just used my weeding tool to help me with that. Next, I just took my transfer tape and I added that on top, and I pressed it down with my scraper tool. So again, this design was giving me so much trouble, but I probably should have used the strong grip tape. So anyways, so after that, I cut off the excess transfer tape and I started to peel this up. Again, I'm going to be using my weeding tool to help me. If you do have that little spatula tool, you can use that too. I'm just moving my pieces that will not come up to my transfer tape, and it's actually a little bit easier if you turn it the opposite way and pull back and then pull your designs down. You'll just get it done faster if you do come across this problem and you didn't use any strong transfer tape. Next, I added my design to my cell phone case and it literally fit perfectly. So I'm using my scraper tool again to help transfer, and then I'm going to peel that tape off. And that is it. So easy, so cute, and you can even personalize this even more by adding someone's name or like a personal saying or something like that. But this is a really cute, easy DIY to do. So I hope this video gave you guys some inspiration on some ways that you can design different things like cases and Apple Watches and things like that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below to let me know what you think. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, make sure you click on that subscribe button and you hit that notification bell so you'll always be up to date with my latest tutorials, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!